Hello and a very warm welcome to News Pulse. I'm Dawn Tan. Reports out of Japan say that its Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has demanded that China acknowledge an alleged naval incident in the East China Sea. Mr. Abe wants China to apologize for it and make efforts to prevent it from recurring. Now, China's Defense Ministry earlier said it was hype to claim that a Chinese warship had locked its radar onto a Japanese destroyer near the disputed Senkaku or Jiaoyu Islands. But this afternoon, the Chinese Foreign Ministry also lashed out at Japan. In Tunisia, clashes have broken out between police and protesters attending the funeral of a prominent secular opposition leader, Chokri Belaid. Singapore's parliament has endorsed the white paper on population and land use plan, but not before amendments were made to the paper that supports maintaining a strong Singaporean core. 77 MPs voted yes and 13 no, with 1 abstention. Now, the paper charts the way forward to tackle the country's critical challenge of an aging and shrinking population. The Prime Minister stressed that the conversation on population doesn't end today. Mr. Lee said Singaporeans are at the centre of the government's plans and that everything else, economic growth, population policies, are just a means to that end, to enable the government to improve the lives of Singaporeans. More from Imelda Saad.
The vote on the white paper underscores
The east coast of the US is braced for a snowstorm that's so massive it's being described as being potentially historic in proportions. Already, air travel has all but ground to a halt, with hundreds of flights cancelled as a precaution. Weathermen there are predicting that 2 weather systems will combine to produce heavy snow blizzard conditions and freezing temperatures from New York all the way through Maine. It's that time of the year when the world's largest human migration takes place. Hundreds of millions of people across China are making their way home for the Lunar New Year this Sunday. Channel News Asia's Valerie Tan has the story.
It's the biggest annual human migration in the world. Every year, billions travel across China during the lunar. Valerie Tan, Channel News Asia, Shanghai.
A snapshot there of what 1 billion people look like on the move. Well, that's it from me and News Pulse for now. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can find us on channelnewsasia.com and Facebook and Twitter as well. On this story, we're joined now by Alan Romberg. He's the director of the East Asia program at the Stimson Center in Washington. That's a think tank focusing on global security. Mr. Romberg, China just made a statement